Despite the several apparent connections to the deceased and even a raid on the house where he had been living, David, I'm gonna keep saying David, fuck it, that's D4VD. In elite speak, the 4 is the number 8, that's David. David has not been arrested or even named a murder suspect. What is good, everybody? My Paper Moon fam. It's your boy, PaperSin, aka the Hokage of the village. Hidden in that loud, you feel me? And let's get back into this D4VD David situation, you know what I'm saying? Because just to recap, last time we checked in on the situation, uh the girl, a girl was found in the trunk of the car that he was renting, or his Tesla. Let me turn off my notifications before I forget. Let me silence my phone before I forget. But I digress. And the cops were looking into him as being a possible suspect. And you know how when things happen to people, and they end up dead, for lack of a better word. The first thing the cops look at tends to be the victim's relationships. Is it the boyfriend or the girlfriend that the person that's closest to him that did it? Maybe not. But it was looking pretty dicey for him, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo. I mean, she was found in the trunk of your Tesla, and you ain't really got no evidence to nothing to really show that you're innocent. Or at least I didn't think so, but to me it looked like he was guilty, right? Well, apparently the situation got much worse. Now we are going to revisit the Jamari YouTube channel. Now this video, yes, I'm late to the game, or I'm late to the showing, but this video came out 13 days ago. I'm not sure, but I think a couple of days ago, I saw a news article that said, David was cleared of suspicion. Huh, that's good for him. That's what's up. But first, let's get into this video, and then after this video, let's see if we can find that article and see if we can find out, see if we can read up on him being cleared of suspicion. So first, let's see why the situation got worse before I guess it got better. As always, links to the video and links to the channel that we're going to be watching will both be in the description below. So be sure to check out Jamari. And before we get started to the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your boy is trying to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. It could happen. But yeah, my shotgun gun is ready. Let's get into this video and see if we can catch some bullshit. Let's go.
Last week, I had made a video about the ongoing situation with music artist David, and how he had potentially ruined his entire career and life due to his potential involvement with the missing 14-year-old girl named Celeste Hernandez.
That's still sus, bro. Man, you was dating a 14-year-old, weren't you, bro? You trying to keep that shit under wraps, huh? Was she threatening to tell people? Because I think y'all weren't quote unquote official or whatever. But at least you're not to the public eye, and maybe she was threatening to tell people about it. That's what I was thinking the last time we watched this. That maybe she was thinking about telling people about their relationship, and that would have obviously fucked him over. But anyway,
David went from aspirations of gaming and streaming fame to becoming an internet superstar musician with aspirations of—
Why the black star in the middle of between the eyes? I still don't understand the reference to that.
Of gaming and streaming fame to becoming an internet superstar musician with his songs trending all over TikTok. And for more information on his rise, you guys can check out my last video on this topic. But today I have updates for you guys, including more evidence that makes David look even guiltier than he did before. I told you last time that when they found the dismembered body in the back of his Tesla, that he tried to completely ignore the situation and continue with his countrywide tour that he was on at the time.
But he was still, participating with cops. He was still working with them in their investigation, which is good. It's a good sign. If he was just straight running and kept going with the tour and ignoring everything, that would have been little, what you doing, bro? It would have been a little sus. You know what I'm saying? would have been a little sussy baka at that point. You know what I'm saying? But hey, let's keep going.
But now the situation has gotten to a point where they had to totally cancel the rest of his shows, and his label Interscope has also pulled all marketing and promotion on him amid this investigation.
Damn.
And as reported last time, he was complying with the authorities, but the police have still not publicly listed him as a person of interest, and based on the evidence I have, David has still been extremely active online, even as recently as yesterday. So let's start with the fact that people had been calling David out with these Epstein EDP rumors since last year. Although he went back and turned off his
EDP is fucking Epstein EDP, goddamn, bro. that is. Those are the rumors you're gonna want to avoid. I mean, but he put himself in that situation because the girl he was fucking with, 14, my guy, likes him young.
Comments on this specific TikTok, someone had left a comment as early as February 2024 saying, "Waiting for LAPD to get your ass for messing with a 13-year-old girl," on a TikTok that he had captioned, "Me to everyone I tricked into thinking this was a love song." And even back 2 weeks ago when the body was initially discovered, a Reddit user had commented, "This guy is a PDF from what I've heard. My sister, who is now in 9th grade, told me that he was dating an 8th grader, let's just call her C, and she would go on trips with him to LA. They're all in 9th grade now, and it turns out C's friends knew and he would pay them to keep their mouth shut. C has been missing for over a month now and no one knows her whereabouts. Definitely something strange going on."
He paid off her friends to keep their mouth shut. Bro, no, that's a rough look. Hey, man, I don't know, bro. I don't know if he can still get busted for, like, you know, statutory shit. But I guess there wouldn't be any evidence, or unless they can find evidence or whatever. But man, that's bro, you gotta leave the kids alone. Holy shit.
Which does line up with photos of David handing what appears to be teenagers a brown bag and also a stack of cash. There was also a clip that resurfaced where David appears on stream with who people are saying is Celeste, and the girl in the video says something very strange.
"I media trained you."
No, you didn't.
That's controversial.
It's controversial of kids.
Bruh. See, is this kind of like that? This right here continues to make me think that, yeah, he did it because she was getting ready to go out public about their relationship and she's underage, so he would have been fucked and his career would have been fucked. Why do you have her on stream anyway? Never mind, bro. Do your thing. Stay away from kids. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, it's
Really good.
Okay,
It's been a good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Mwah, 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 mwah. Oh my.
Cancel.
Delete everything. Delete everything. Everything goes.
So he tells his moderators there to straight up delete everything. Also, pay attention to the chat, as his fans literally joked about him going on an Epstein flight. They also talk about a David and Celeste Island trip, while also saying that he is both cancelled and cooked.
Yeah, canceled. Public statement from David's girl in stream. Nah, she's cooked. And when is your next tour? David and Celeste Island trip. Epstein Island trip.
Someone also released a video from one of his concerts where he plays this unreleased song where David says this.
About the love when I'm with you, 'cause I be breaking it all the time. And I don't really mean to cause no issue. But I need you to know that I need you to know.
I mean, come on, guys. It was like this guy was addicted to dry snitching on himself in his songs and his music videos.
Bro, why do rappers always artists music always do that? Especially black ones. They be like snitching on themselves, bro. Like, bruh, when I get into music, I will never snitch on myself. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
And in a song called Decide that he released back in 2022, you know, back when this girl Celeste would have been 11 years old, David sings, "I know what the problem is, save your tears, 7 years, I know life is complicated." When obviously in 7 years from then, she would have been of
18.
age.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Okay, so the plan is hopefully this music thing takes off crazy next year.
Why is he saying? Why are you saying that like you're not like up there, gang?
Well, I'm not there yet, but
Okay,
hopefully
okay.
it's like even crazier next
Okay.
year. And then I'm going crazy year after year for the next 3 years. And then on the 4th year, I retire. And on the 5th year, I'm off the grid, living somewhere like on an island with this crazy crib. No social media, no digital footprint. I'm just gone. I'm just gone. In 5 years, I'm gonna be gone.
Will you still remember me?
Yeah, bro.
on,
You'll
bro.
have like the secret codes.
I like this guy with the mullet. Like, look at this little. Look at that. Look at that. He's just like, yeah, bro. He's just gonna be gone. I like this. I like his look.
5 years, I'm gonna be gone.
Will you still remember me?
Yeah, bro.
on,
You'll
bro.
have like the secret codes to the mansion.
Yeah?
You can pull up on every
What's the
year.
secret code? Give us the first 2 numbers.
Absolutely
Of the secret.
not.
Now, 5 years from that clip would also be when Celeste would be 18 years old.
Yep.
There was also rumors that the two of them
The first 2 numbers of the secret code are 18.
even shared a
by 18, I mean 1 and 8. Duh.
Spotify playlist together, and there was a video from June 27th of last year where it looks like someone is sneaking her backstage at one of David's shows. Now that looks to me like the body language of someone who is trying to be hidden. And it really does make me question, like, how many people were complicit in this cover-up? How many people knew that David was running around with this underage missing girl? Because even in his Discord, it's quite apparent that some of his fans kind of knew what was going on. Because
Yeah, because let's see. He has a girlfriend. Pretty sure he's dating right now. What? Yeah. Her name is Celeste.
even in his Discord, it's quite apparent that some
I want to tell everybody about how David is a PDF. Did y'all know David likes kids? And then yeah, this is why I can't get off the idea that that they had an argument. She was getting ready to go public about their relationship and just out him as a PDF, and his whole reputation would have been fucked. His career would have been fucked. Everything about that would have been fucked. So when put against a wall like that, I mean, even when cornered, even like mice will attack a cat. You know what I'm saying? So
some of his fans kind of knew what was going on.
And I had the idea to kind of make this first music video introduce a character that I had been kind of ideating for a really long time. That's why you see him with the blindfold and the bloody shirt aesthetic and the bow tie. I'm really big into anime and I'm really big into manga. And I wanted to make my own manga series at one point, and I was writing a lot of poems and writing a lot of things for it. And a big part of that manga was an evil version of me named Itami, which means pain in Japanese. And he wears this blindfold, and he's basically an agent of chaos and kind of my alter ego. And the story of the manga went like I was a detective, and there was an evil version of myself that would kind of come out at random moments, and he would commit the crimes that I would have to solve as the detective. I'd be like,
that story sounds actually sounds like it would be a good story. Like, you have a split personality that you don't know about, and every now and then it comes out and takes over for a bit, commits some crimes, and then you as a detective go in and solve the crimes that you yourself committed. But let's also add that your other self knows about you, even though you don't know about him, and it knows that you're a detective. So it also knows how, since you're a detective, it also knows how it also knows how to hide all the clues, or get rid of all the clues, get rid of all the evidence that would lead to you, but maybe eventually like it slips up, or like it or he loses it loses its control over you right before it gets to finish cleaning up all the evidence. And so next thing you know, you awake and you're there in the crime scene, and you just committed it, and now you're aware of it. Then it goes from there. That would be a good story, I think. You know what I'm saying?
solving murders that I'm committing myself. He's holding the knife with the bloody thing. You got the girl who's basically like the ghost of the person that he killed. Was his first victim in the manga.
Other than that, internet investigators found an old video of David cleaning someone's shoes, captioned, "I clean people's shoes as a side hustle, by the way," and then they also found a picture of the girl Celeste sitting on a bus with the very same Jordans. And things would only get creepier when a now deleted user in his Discord server, who people suspect was Celeste, shared a photo where she has a David tattoo on her ring finger which dons a wedding ring. The same user also shared what appears to be her and David backstage laying down together, and in this alleged screenshot, David even claims that he and the deleted user have a kid on the way back.
Okay. Yeah. What, 14 and pregnant? Holy fuck. Oh, maybe he wanted her to get rid of it, but then why post that right there? So no, I can't say he wanted her to get rid of it and then she declined and she's like, oh, I'm having this baby. I can't say that, I guess, because he posted it in the Discord talking about it. I don't know, man.
Back in July of 2024, which people obviously speculate could be the very reason that she ended up losing her life. And keep in mind, guys, at this time, all the information I'm sharing in this video is pure speculation. And technically, it is innocent until proven guilty, no matter how bad it may look. There was also old chats dug up where David says that he was addicted to watching videos. And to me, with some of this, it's like, at what point do they really consider, like, shutting down Discord or having a much heavier moderation system on that? I just really feel like every time some sick shit is happening, Discord is always involved as the means of communication. Now, to get back—
It is, bro. It is. I mean, I'm gonna say it, but I don't know why people aren't using WhatsApp instead, because WhatsApp doesn't, like, monitor conversations. And you can probably, if you, like, I don't know what else about it, but if you
back to the evidence, back in January of last year, David—
if you delete conversations, it deletes it on your side and the other person's side. I'm not sure.
Had posted a video on TikTok in which a user says, "Please adopt me, I need it." And David tags an account with the username 09-07 and says, "Should we?" And I want you guys to just take a wild guess whose birthday was—
Oh my god. Bro.
on September 7th, which is also the very same day that David released his song Romantic Homicide, which, like I told you last video,
on her birthday
was
again.
the disturbing imagery of a body being thrown into the trunk of a car. I mean, it's like all the dominoes are falling, all the evidence is lining up against David. I don't really know what more people need to see. He also made this video in 2024, when your car declined to therapy and they bring in that one Hello Kitty girl that you met in 2021, and apparently this girl was known for her love of Hello Kitty. There are alleged Instagram story leaks from her where she has Hello Kitty Crocs on and is potentially talking about David's Hello Kitty doll. From the same Instagram leaks, people found her wearing a bracelet that matches this photo of a hand on David's face, and they also found her purse in the background sitting on the couch of one of David's TikTok videos with the same two keys you see there on the strap. And there was even speculation that David got the license plate on his Sprinter van changed to match her name.
Man, okay, again, at what point are you doing too much? This man seems like he was obsessed with her. Seems like he was obsessed with her, right? He also has this maybe not other side, but he also seems to have this dangerous thing that he lets out through his music. You know what I'm saying? With like the music video of the body of somebody putting the body being put in the trunk of a car. Then of course her body was found in the trunk of his Tesla. So it's like in a male yandere. It's like a male yandere. You're obsessed, and if nobody can have you but me. And if you try to leave me, or if you try to do something I don't want you to do, that would separate us or whatever, I'd take you out. So that way I'm the only one, and that way you're with me forever. Male yandere obsession. That's what it feels like, bro.
And people also found some alarming reposts on his TikTok page, where there are jokes about ending your girlfriend's life for talking to other guys.
Male yandere. That's some yandere shit, bro.
And being so jealous about stories from her past that you blow her brains out.
Me, after hearing about her past with other boys, I'm jealous and utterly disgusted by her actions. You have a nail gun to the back of a doll's head, I'm guessing? That's a doll?
Like, David, what past are you talking about? Like, back when she was in elementary school on the playground, you sick bastard?
Oh
And
God,
here's where things
that's true, bro. She's fucking She was 14, 13 or 14 when talking to him, or maybe even earlier. But like, so what past could she have, bro? Like, what the fuck? But at the same time, like, with society, like especially like media, constantly trying to put kids into the sexual adult scene, she might have been influenced by things like that to start early. You know what I'm saying? Personally, I didn't have sex until I was 18. She could have started like 13 or 12. I don't know. Like I know I know people are starting younger and younger these days. That's fucking crazy. Keep the kids out of the adult world. Come on now. How hard is that?
get even stranger to me. Like I said, the police had not listed him as like a person of interest or even a suspect. And like I said, there is evidence that David has been online as recently as yesterday. Some of you may know that David was really close to a lot of the biggest streamers online. Him and this guy Jason had even made a song together that has now been taken off YouTube. And this streamer Lacey revealed that David had been watching his stream only 3 days ago.
David was in the viewer list on my stream and he just unfollowed me on Twitch. Is that, like, that's fucking creepy, no? Like, look, there's a blank for where the following was.
And just yesterday, he was tracked on Fortnite playing several matches of the casual reload game mode on his account.
I just got it back into Fortnite. I haven't played since launch. But I played like these past 2.5 days. Like a little, just like a little bit. These past 3 days I played maybe like 10 hours with 2 hours total, and that being yesterday being most of the 10 hours. You know what I'm saying? And then I stopped playing because I don't like. I sucked at building. Like when the game first came out, I sucked at building. I stopped playing. I started playing again because I wanted to try the zero build mode. I played a couple rounds of normals, getting used to it. Won my first ranked match. Well, didn't win my second. Won my third ranked match, and then yeah. Anyway, check out my live streams. Links will be in the description below if you want to see me play some Fortnite eventually, or I might be playing some Yakuza, depending on when you tune in.
So I don't know, it's like the guy's whole life could be at stake and he's out here just running Fortnite, like living
15,
freely.
18
I mean,
kills,
something
nice.
about that just sits so wrong with me. Like, why is this guy not behind bars? I mean, honestly, this sick might be sitting back loving the attention, because since this whole situation went viral, he's been breaking his own streaming records, because obviously a majority of people had no idea who this guy was before this happened, and also people want to see the potential dry snitching that he was committing in his very own songs.
Another leaked snippet where he says to run away from home again. And that girl was missing before she was found, you know. And I guess she kept running away from home. But bruh, I don't see the obsession. I don't see the appeal behind using like the whole chipmunk voice with the like the high pitched chipmunk voice in music. But whatever. It's just me.
These notes into bloody arms.
You know, at this point, they have held a bit of a memorial for the girl Celeste. Her brother has also spoken out thanking people for their support, and obviously the whole situation for her family, whether she had a rough home life or not, has just been absolutely tragic. Either way, the situation just keeps getting darker, things just keep stacking up against this guy David. I mean, at this point, I'm really just interested in knowing how many people were complicit with this going on in the background, how many people were helping him sneak around this girl, and how many people might have David actually paid off, because obviously this whole thing has become just beyond disgusting, and it's really just one of the crazier stories that I can remember in recent time. But y'all let me know what you guys think about the situation down below.
Bet. Real quick, let's get into he's in the video. Great video. Link will be in the description below. Let's get into seeing why, let's see. Cops no longer suspect. Let's see. Thieves allegedly puncture a man's tire, still his bag in San. What the fuck? David's songs. Let's see. David is not a murder suspect. Authorities explain why. Yeah, he's not a murder suspect anymore. Let me check this out. I don't think there's any videos on it, but David's swatting color appears to use voice changer. Celeste Rivas' funeral held after her body was found in David's car. Body found in David's Tesla. All right, yeah, let's check out this news article, but MSN.com. David is not a suspect in murder. Authorities explain why. Doesn't mean he's innocent. They're just saying he's not a suspect for the murder. Okay, so cops could find evidence or reason to still put him back on the suspect list and even bring him in. Let's see. Earlier this month, authorities made a grim discovery at a Los Angeles impound lot when the decaying and dismembered body of a 15-year-old girl was discovered in the trunk of a vehicle belonging to a 20-year-old singer, David. Despite the several apparent connections to the deceased and even a raid on the house where he had been living, David, I'm gonna keep saying David, fuck it. That's D4VD. In leet speak, the 4 is the number A. So that's David. David has not been arrested or even named a murder suspect. However, there's a pretty simple reason why, as authorities have explained. We know about it. Evidence linking David to Celeste. Why he's not, there we go. The simplest explanation for why David has not been listed as a suspect is that authorities have not even concluded that a murder actually concurred. Nani the fuck? Her body was found in the trunk of a car and it was dismembered. And it was just left there, it was just there decaying. How is that not grounds for murder? The fuck is this? While TMZ has reported multiple times that the LAPD's robbery homicide division is leading the robbery homicide, is leading the investigation into the death of the 15-year-old girl, and the investigation is being treated like a murder, it has not officially been deemed a homicide investigation. Law enforcement officials told ABC News that the reason the investigation is not currently considered a homicide investigation is that authorities have not yet determined how Rivas died, which means they do not have enough evidence to definitively state that she was murdered. But you found her body dismembered in the trunk of a car, but you don't have evidence that she was killed? Bro, are we witnessing like the perfect crime? Is that what we're witnessing? Law enforcement officials told ABC News that the reason the investigation is not currently considered a homicide investigation is that authorities have not yet determined how. Oh, I already read that. Sorry. Wait. Yeah. The statement from the law enforcement officials is backed up by an assessment from ABC News contributor and legal expert Brian Buckmeyer, who explained last week why David has not been arrested, charged, or questioned regarding the girl's death. Law enforcement does not have the answers they want in order to be able to confront or question David, Buckmeyer said on Good Morning America last week, especially without an autopsy report as to the cause and manner of death. Didn't they already lay her to rest? They already held a funeral for her, right? Shouldn't you have done the autopsy? Like, shouldn't there be an autopsy report already? Like, okay, whatever. If investigators are able to determine a cause of death and conclude that it was a homicide, the authorities could begin identifying suspects. As of now, however, they can't name a suspect in a crime they aren't even sure occurred. As of now, wait. I don't know how I was still reading his voice. Anyway, as of now, David has not been arrested, has not been named a suspect in the case, and a spokesperson for the artist has maintained that he is fully cooperating with the investigation. So this article came out 1 week ago. So yes, this article is newer compared to the Jamari video that we just watched. But so apparently, for now, David is not a suspect for a murder case because there is no murder case. The police haven't deemed it a murder case. Yes, it's being the investigation is being led by robbery murder, but it's not or robbery homicide, but it's not being led specifically by the homicide detectives and things like that, or just by homicide. And it has not been deemed a murder case. Therefore, David is not a suspect for a murder. Well, I guess we gotta keep an eye on the situation, see what's going on, and yeah, let's see what happens, bro. This it's kind of interesting. Like, really, in my opinion, like there's like I agree with Jamari. There's a lot of evidence that points towards David. You know what I'm saying? But it could be a twist. Could be someone else that actually did it, or it could be like a perfect. Could be someone else that gets named as the actual person who did it. But it could be like a perfect crime type situation. I still I can't believe how they did not find evidence of murder yet, even though they found her body dismembered in the trunk of a car. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's it for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Excuse me. How do you think they have? Why do you think they haven't listed the case as a murder case? Why do you think they're still investigating it as like robbery homicide instead of like actual murder, you know, or just an actual homicide, you know what I'm saying? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And yeah, as always, thanks for watching, thanks for stopping by, thanks for tuning in. Peace and much love to you.